Welcome back. Today we are starting with rubber. Rubbers are of two types, natural rubbers and synthetic rubbers. We can start with natural rubber. As the name suggests, they are naturally occurring polymers and possess elastic properties. It is also called elastomers. It is manufactured from rubber lactose, which is a colloidal dispersion of rubber in water. As we all know, the rubber lactose is obtained from bark of rubber trees. Natural rubber is a linear polymer of isoprene, that is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. It is also known as cis-1,4-polyisoprene. That is, isoprene is the monomer of natural rubber. You can see the structure of isoprene and polyisoprene on the screen now. The cis-polyisoprene molecule consists of various chains held together by van der Waals force of attraction and has a coiled structure. Thus, it can be stretched like a spring and exhibit elastic properties. Now we can move to vulcanization of rubber. Natural rubber becomes soft at high temperature and brittle at low temperature and shows high water absorption capacity. It is soluble in non-polar solvents and is non-resistant to attack by oxidizing agent. The process of vulcanization is carried out to improve these physical properties. This process consists of heating a mixture of raw rubber with sulfur and an appropriate additive at a temperature between 373 Kelvin to 415 Kelvin. On vulcanization, sulfur forms cross-links at the reactive site of double bonds and thus the rubber gets stiffened. In the manufacture of tire rubber, 5% of sulfur is used as cross-linking agent. You can see the structure of vulcanized rubber there on the screen now. Synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is any vulcanizable rubber-like polymer which is capable of getting stretched to twice its length. However, it returns to its original shape and size as soon as the external stretching force is released. The synthetic rubbers are either homopolymers of 1,3-butadiene derivatives or copolymers of 1,3-butadiene or its derivatives with another unsaturated monomer. Preparation of synthetic rubbers. First one, neoprene. Neoprene or polychloroprene is formed by the free radical polymerization of chloroprene. 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene on polymerization you are getting neoprene. So neoprene is a polymer. Okay, and that is an example of synthetic rubber. And isoprene is the monomer of natural rubber. Got the difference, no? Neoprene is the polymer of synthetic rubber and isoprene is the monomer of natural rubber. Neoprene has superior resistance to vegetables and mineral oils. It is used for the manufacturing of conveyor belts, gaskets and hoses. Another synthetic rubber, Buna-N. We have already studied about Buna-N. On copolymerization of 1,3-butadiene and acrylonitrile in presence of peroxide catalyst, you are getting Buna-N. It is resistant to the action of petrol, lubricating oil and organic solvents. It is used in making oil seals, tank lining, etc. Third one is Buna-S. This is a copolymer of 1,3-butadiene and styrene and it is used for making automobile parts and tires. Next one, molecular mass of polymers. Polymer properties are closely related to their molecular mass, size and structure. The growth of the polymer, that is polymer chain, during the synthesis is dependent upon the availability of monomers in the reaction mixture. Thus, the polymer sample contains polymers with different length and hence its molecular mass is always expressed as an average. The molecular mass of polymer can be determined by chemical or physical methods. Next topic, biodegradable polymers. Most of the polymers take several years to decompose. That is, it is not environment friendly. It causes environmental pollution. To solve the problem created by polymeric solid waste, certain new biodegradable synthetic polymers has been designed and developed. These polymers contain functional groups similar to the functional groups present in the biopolymers. Now we can discuss some important biodegradable polymers. First one, poly-beta hydroxybutyrate co-beta hydroxyvalerate, PHBV. It is obtained by the copolymerization of beta hydroxybutanoic acid, that is 3-hydroxybutanoic acid, and beta hydroxypentanoic acid. And otherwise we can say that 3-hydroxypentanoic acid. It is used in specialty packaging, orthopedic devices, and in controlled release of drugs. It undergoes bacterial degradation in the environment. 3-hydroxybutanoic acid on copolymerization with 3-hydroxypentanoic acid, you are getting PHBV, that is poly-beta hydroxybutyrate co-beta hydroxyvalerate. Nylon to nylon 6. It is an alternating polyamide copolymer of glycerin and aminocaproic acid. Copolymerization of glycerin and aminocaproic acid, you are getting nylon to nylon 6. Next one, polymers of commercial importance. First one, polypropene. Its monomer is propene, and they are used for the manufacture of ropes, toys, pipes, fibers, etc. Its structure is CS2CH3 N times. Next one, polystyrene. Monomer is styrene, and the structure is CS2CH6H5 N times. It is used for the manufacture of toys, radio and television cabinets, and they are used as an insulator and wrapping material. Next one, polyvinyl chloride, that is PVC. Monomer is vinyl chloride. Structure CS2CHCl N times. It is used for the manufacture of raincoats, handbags, vinyl flooring, water pipes, etc. Next one, urea formaldehyde resin. Monomers are urea and formaldehyde. Its structure NHCONHCS2 N times. It is used for making unbreakable cups and laminated sheets. Next one, gyptal. Monomers are ethylene glycol and phthalic acid. It is used for the manufacture of paints and lacquers. Next one, bakelite. Monomers are phenol and formaldehyde. The structure is given there, and it is used for making combs, electrical switches, handles of utensils, and computer disk, etc. Thank you.